The Sempian Tunnel, a record tunnel, not so much for the present, but for what the past represents today. 9,803 metres, connecting Domodossola to Briga, inaugurated in 1906 by the then King of Italy, Vittorio Emanuele III. Among others, the celebrated Orient Express went through the Sempian Tunnel, connecting Venice via Milan to Paris. A journey that the great men and women of culture have taken and was the scene for one of Agatha Christie's cult novels. The great voyages of the last century had no means other than the train to travel comfortably across Europe and reach the capital that at that time was the pulsating heart of art and literature of the old continent. A brief mention of rail transport that sees instead in the Vigezzina, also called the Centovallina, as its most characteristic local expression, from Domodossola to Locarno through the Valley of the Painters, or rather the Vigezzo Valley, in function since 1923, and still today a diamond point in folklore in a specific travelling context. The Vigezzina never interrupted its connection service even in the difficult period of the partisan Republic of Ossola, and today is a different way in which to discover the natural landscape beauties of the valley. The Vigezzo Valley deserves a pause to admire the wide plateau, traditions and culture. A few words to describe one of the most beautiful of the Alpine valleys, the natural link between the Sempian Pass and the Gotthard. At the centre of the valley, called the Painters, rises the Santa Maria Maggiore, founded before the year 1000. But it's the chimney sweep tradition that has made Santa Maria Maggiore noted throughout the world. The Chimney Sweep Museum is dedicated to this tradition, where the tools of the trade are kept and photographs and testimonies are displayed that portray the hard life of these professional workers of the past and recreate the tradition of this work during an evocative event that calls chimney sweeps to the valley from all over. Another evocative corner of the Vigezzo Valley is Re, a small mountain town where a majestic sanctuary rises, bearing witness to the cult of the Madonna del Sangue. Descending to the lake, we travel through the Canobina Valley, where ancient paths developed across tracks of different lengths and difficulty have been restored. These tracks, called the Circuito di San Carlo, allow moving through the entire valley on foot as a traveller would have done in the time of San Carlo Borromeo, crossing modern vehicle roads only sporadically. As the hinge between the Padana Plain and the Alpine Arc, and then in the Novara area, the Vergiante Hill Zone, a stretch of land still almost intact where three special natural reserves have been created: the Sacro Monte di Orta, Mount Mesma, and the Torre di Boccioni Hill. Art, faith and history blend with nature in a jubilee of colours and sensations.